How do you get a photo agent? How do you get a photo agent? I have had 2 photo agents. I'm currently with Lisa. I say currently, it sounds like I'm about to break up with her. I'm with Lisa Pritchard Agency, which is a small team. They run out of Shoreditch. But how did I get here from beginning with borrowing my uncle's camera and taking pictures of flowers in my garden, or doing the f1.4 shot on my keyboard to see how narrow of a depth of field I can get? There's obviously a lot of time between going to a local camera club and signing with a top agent, and there's a lot that needs to happen to get there. Now, I can oversimplify this, and I'm going to, because if you're watching this video, you're probably some way off getting an agent. But let's first of all look at, what does an agent need from a photographer? They need somebody, and let's just talk brass tacks about this, they need somebody that they can charge 20% commission on and make enough money to run a business and pay themselves a good salary and have an office in London. That means you need to be making a shit ton of money. A shit ton. Most agents have maybe 4 to 8 photographers on their books. So from all of those 20%, they need to pay for their premises, pay for their marketing, their websites. They need to pay their staff, plus pay them their commissions if they're getting commission. They need to pay their own salary, put money into the business, profit into the business. You know, there's a lot of money that needs to be made. It is not a charity gig. And part of the reason I like that is because I enjoy working in a very sort of business-driven sort of way. I don't know why it makes me work harder. So my job, in part, is to make money for my agent. My agent's job is to make money for me. It's my agent's job to make sure they negotiate a really good fee. It is my agent's job to make sure I'm well looked after. It's my agent's job to help me get in front of the right people and to help me say yes, and most importantly, say no to jobs in order to shape my career. Different agents take on different roles. The reason I signed with my agent was that she was very interested in helping me sculpt my career into the sort of work I wanted to be doing. I'm not just here to make money. I want to make money in a specific way. And she was very willing to help me with that. So the first thing you need to be doing is making money. If you're sat there going, I don't make much money at the moment, I think I need an agent, you don't. You need to get better at photography. The next thing that an agent's going to be looking for is somebody who has experience. Sometimes agents will sign somebody who's never done a commercial job before if their work is so good, so groundbreaking that they're willing to help them through that turbulent water phase. But for most of us, we need to have a proven track record. We need to know how to behave on set. We need to have worked on set as a photographer. We need to have shot some campaigns before and to understand the way the commercial world works. If we don't have that, there is a lot of education that needs to come from the agent, and it is too much work and there's too much of a risk that you're not suited to that world. And this obviously links to the first one. If you think you need an agent because you're not making enough money, you probably also don't have enough experience. Now, the third thing and the final thing we're going to discuss here for what an agent really needs from you is probably the most important, because the other two, they can let those slide if this is good enough. And that is original work. You need to have a body of work that is original and also that sits tightly in a little like package. So when I met with agents, all of them said to me, describe your work to me. And I went, it's bold and graphic still life photography. That's a really quick and simple way to explain what I do. And you can imagine what it looks like. You see my work, there it is. There's a lot more to it than that, I like to think, but that's an oversimplification, elevator pitch of what it is I do. They then need my work to stand out to such an extent that when they leave my book in a room with 10 other books from different agents to go and see these art buyers and creative directors, that my work stands out and they remember who I am. With the old style of food work I used to do, I just blend into the general noise of the internet. I look like every food blogger, cookbook, Pinterest board, whatever. It all looked the same. Once I started creating interesting, comedic, sort of slightly out there images compared to what I was doing before, my work stands out and people remember it. Oh, it's the guy who shot the spaghetti hoops. Oh, it's the guy who made the forest out of corn on the cobs, or whatever it is. That's the sort of thing you need to be doing. So to recap, if you want an agent, number 1, be making money. Number 2, have a track record of working as a commercial photographer. And number 3, have a body of original work that stands out and that is cohesive so they can pitch it for you and people remember it. That is what I would be aiming to achieve before I started contacting agents. Before I started to go, let's find an agent, let's get an agent, I'd be wanting to have those things in place so I can really stand a good chance of signing with a good agent who's going to be able to help me make money and I can make them money and we all make money together in a lovely little bubble. And it's nice. I love my agent. She's amazing. The producer I work with there is also absolutely amazing. They're such nice people. It's such a pleasure to work with them all the time. But it's not like that for everybody. Sometimes you'll end up in an agency where it doesn't work, where it's not a good fit, and you need to move around. And a lot of it is having the experience to know what you like and what you don't like. And again, that comes with time. The biggest mistake photographers make when looking for an agent is thinking that the agent will fix their business. It won't. Getting an agent will not make you a better photographer. Getting an agent will not get you more money. You need to have these fundamentals in place first in order to move to the next level.